So welcome to BEMA Convention 2026 Know Before You Go webinar. I am Wes Luxick, Membership Manager for BEMA, most of you know. We're just going to take some time today to go through all things BEMA Convention to prepare you for Waimea, Hawaii, which I think we're all very ready for, or at least ready to be there. We don't quite know what we're ready for yet. That's what today's webinar is for. So we will go basically through our entire agenda. And what I would ask is just hold your questions for the end. We'll have more than enough time to go through some questions. I'm going to pull from some individuals from the crowd to discuss some of the agenda items that we've got. And again, once we wrap up, we'll have plenty of time for questions. So why don't we get started? Maybe. There we go. So before we get started, just wanted you all to meet the team so you know who you can go to when you're on site for any questions. We've got Kerwin Brown. I'm sure most know that guy. We got Emily Bowers. Emily Bowers on the call today. Myself, Renee Boudreau, and Ella Bowers. So again, when on site, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We will also have frequently asked questions and a phone number for you all to reach us through our app, which we'll cover towards the end of our discussion here today. So again, if you need anything and we're not around, you know where to go. What a beautiful crew that is. All right. So we are staying at the Fairmont Orchid, Waimea, Hawaii, as most of you know, and I'm assuming most everybody on this call has already made their hotel reservations. If you haven't yet, just know that May 15th is the deadline. If you have any special requests or questions in regards to that, again, you can feel free to reach out to us with any of those questions. When traveling, the nearest airport will be the KOA airport, and that's approximately 30 minutes away from our resort. And we do have a transportation option for you to choose from. So we'll be sending out a link. It'll also be located on our website for you to plan ahead. And the options you will be presented with are as follows. So we have the airport lay greeting and then the airport round trip transfer. So if I had to make a recommendation, I would say, as fun as the lay airport greeting is, go with the round trip transfer because that'll take care of both getting to the resort and then back to the airport when convention's done. So that's probably the best option, and again, a good way for you to plan ahead. Just minimize that. And then this is the beautiful campus that we're going to be staying at, that I'm already at. I'm sitting by poolside if you haven't noticed yet. Yeah, Fairmont Orchid, everybody. Ooh. So then we're moving into Wednesday. This is our pre-convention arrivals. I know some of our guests will be traveling to Hawaii well before convention starts. So some may be on site already, especially when it comes to BEMA leadership. Most of our board members and committee members will be on site at this time. So you'll notice that most of the activities planned for Wednesday are going to be by invite only, and those who are attending know who they are. The one thing I do want to point out is that we have registration open from 1 to 4 on this day. If you're on site, this is the perfect time to knock out registration. We'll be able to set you up with all the information for the week, your welcome bag, and make sure to answer any questions you have prior to the start of convention. Plus, this just gets it out of the way so you're not doing it before or after any of the programming for the days to follow. So highly recommend doing registration this day if you're able to. And that is pretty much it for Wednesday. Thursday is going to be our day that we do a soft kickoff. It's a soft landing into convention. So we're going to have a day of leisure where we have some activities to choose from, and then we're going to cap it with the welcome reception, which is going to be an awesome opportunity to meet everybody who's going to be at convention at that time. So the day of leisure activities that we have, um, most of you probably have already seen these. I think some have chosen some activities. Maybe you haven't. Just know that there is time to maybe add or switch, or really, if you have any questions in regards to what you've already chosen or things you would like to choose, feel free to reach out to myself or Renee. We'll be able to help you with that, no problem. Um, but some of the activities to choose from, we've got a raft expedition, deep sea fishing, custom volcano tour, which would be the one I voted for 100%. Waterfall adventures, which also sounds fun, off 4x4 off-roading. Can't go wrong there. And then a horseback trail ride. Um, so if you are thinking about adding or wanting to do one of these, I will say go to our website under Convention 2026. We have all of these activities listed. There's more details there, and just make sure you read through those details. And then once you've chosen, reach out to Renee or myself. Once all that fun is done, then we'll cap off the day with the welcome reception. So again, this is a great time to visit and meet, greet all the attendees for convention. So again, this is all guests, so spouses, significant others, kids that have signed up for convention. Please come to this. It'll be a great time. There's going to be appetizers, beverages, obviously the backdrop of beautiful Hawaii. The dress code for this is resort casual. I did post some pictures of previous welcome receptions. This is actually from last year in Puerto Rico, of what people would wear to an event such as this. And most have smiles on their faces, so it lets you know that it's a good time. Um, I also want to make sure and thank our sponsors for this event. All of our sponsors support make these events and the rest of the weekend go off without a hitch, and really appreciate their support. So Rion, Quick Lock, KLR, Corbion, thank you so much for your support. And that ends Thursday. So on Friday, we go into some more activities and then cap off the evening with small group dinners. So the morning starts with the BEMA Cup golf tournament. I think the BEMA Cup golf tournament goes back many, many years. It's definitely one of our prized events. We generally have some BEMA BEMA-esque rules that go into some of the golfing, but it's your standard scramble style 18 hole. Lots of fun. It'll start out in the morning with a grab and go breakfast, roughly around 6. Shotgun start at 8 a.m. and returns will be around 2 p.m. But this is a great time to connect with others and just have fun out in the sun. I should have put one of the pictures of the golf course that we will be on, because it's spectacular. And I think Blake, who's on the call here, if you could just give us a little bit of insight on what your experience has been with BEMA Golf.
Sure. For those of you that are participating, I mean, it's a fun event. I mean, we do have a few quirky little, I wouldn't say rules, but add-ins that help your score a little bit. But it's certainly a great time to meet new people. You get to spend, I mean, it says 4 hours, but it's more like 6 hours, not necessarily on the golf course, but before golf, after golf, with people and talking and building those relationships that last a long time. The course we are playing at, Mauna Lani South, is a spectacular course. And if you don't mind, I want to share a picture since you didn't have one. This is one of the par threes at Mauna Lani. It's one of the most photographed holes in all of Hawaii. I've had the pleasure of playing this course half a dozen times. Many years ago, I used to go there on a golf trip, and it is spectacular. I mean, every hole has a view of the ocean. So, even if you don't play golf, it's worth joining just to see the views. So, please take part in it if you can. Again, it's a fun time, enjoyable time.
Well, so for those of you who haven't signed up for golf, I'm sure want to now. Again, I'll just put it out there. Reach out to Renee and I will get you set up. No problem. So it looks spectacular. Thank you so much, Blake.
You bet.
Um, so yeah, that'll wrap up around 2. Now, during this time, for those of you who don't uh, really participate in golf and that picture wasn't convincing enough, we do have another activity on deck, and that is going to be the Kona Sea Salt Experience. So sea salt holds deep cultural significance in Hawaii. They use it for ceremonial blessings, purification rituals, and preservation. Yeah, I took that directly from the slide there, but it truly is a great experience, and a great opportunity to fill your day with a fun activity if you're not going to be participating in golf. So yeah. And then comes the evening. So the evening we have small group dinners. So we do have a time up there. And one thing I do want to say is that many times are subject to change. So as we get closer to the event, you are always going to want to reference the agenda on your app. Because that will always have the most up-to-date time schedules and things like that. So a lot of the times on here are not exactly set in stone. But these small group dinners, so BEMA organizes these intimate groups where our suppliers can have dinner with bakers, which are definitely a highlight of BEMA Convention. So again, there are small group dinners, and it's intended for the business attendee along with spouses, significant others, or adult guests. So older children, we would not want to bring to a dinner like this. So it's the purpose of it is for networking, maybe some high level business talk, but really connecting on a personal level with your desired baker or peers at the table. I will note that transportation is provided from the hotel and then back to the hotel for those who are eating offsite, and I think that's most. And we at registration prior to the event, and even in your email, we'll discuss how we're going to meet for sending groups off on their transportation. So definitely keep an eye on that, but we'll make sure you know where you need to go. Um, and then for this, you'll get the calendar invite with the restaurant location, and you'll want to use that location to reference for the dress code for that restaurant. So we can't give you exactly what that's going to be, but just check out the restaurant's website and go from there. So I think we got Mike on the call today, and he was going to give a little insight into his experience with small group dinners and maybe some inside baseball there.
Yeah, Wes, thanks for the opportunity. I've been going to these for quite some time. Every experience has always been a positive one. I think it all starts from the way the staff handles and manages everything, because the setting is unique, because during the conference there's a lot of people, a lot of things going on, but these small dinners really bring it to a very personal level. Small groups, probably, a baker and their significant other with maybe 3 or 4 other suppliers. But again, I think it all starts with the staff and how they're able to know the suppliers, know the competitors, know the dynamics, that they match everything up nicely. So when you go into these groups, you're going in with a baker that you want to be in there with, and you have other suppliers that you're friendly with and you feel comfortable with, and it makes the setting very, very unique and very, very fun. There's always something going on. Somebody's gonna keep things going and keep things lively. So again, I think it starts with the preparation, and then how they organize everything. There's a lot of people, a lot of moving parts. And again, the staff makes it very easy to find the group that you're going with, and to get to the right place as far as transportation. So I always look forward to these. I always sign up for 2. My wife gets mad at me because she'd like a night to herself, but we always have so much fun that we usually sign up for both. So I definitely encourage you guys to, if you haven't, to take advantage of it. The other good thing, just from um, a company standpoint, the bill at the end is split with everybody there. So there's no this or that, whatever the final cost is, all the suppliers throw their cards down, the baker doesn't pay, and it's split evenly with the group, and it works out very nicely.
Super. Yeah, thanks for that, Mike. The really good input. And you reminded me that we do put a lot of time and effort into organizing these dinners, and we do rely on some input from you as well. So you will be receiving um, a survey in uh, when is
In
that
a
going
couple
out?
weeks.
In a
In a
couple
few
weeks.
weeks.
Thank you.
Mhm.
So there will actually be two surveys, but one of them will definitely be for the small group dinners where you can rank the individuals that you would like to have dinner with, and we do our absolute best. Emily's excellent at this to match those up with your needs.
Yep.
So keep an eye out for that.
And I would say definitely keep an eye out for the calendar invitation. To a point Wes made earlier, everything you need to know is in the calendar invitation. Your dinner will have a number, and that's how you'll find your group. It'll tell you what time you depart, what time your reservation is at, and if your restaurant does have a dress code, it will be in that calendar invitation. So nothing that'll even get lost in your email. Just accept the invite, and it'll be in your calendar when you need it.
Love it. Super. All right. Thanks, guys. And that wraps up Friday. So Saturday, we're getting into more of our program style of convention. So that is going to kick off with a good morning breakfast buffet. Now, this is for all attendees. All guests are welcome. They say breakfast is the best way to start your day. You should definitely do that here. And it's great because the food's excellent, and then you also get another opportunity to meet with individuals, possibly sit next to someone you don't know yet, and start those conversations. And the dress code for that is resort casual. Images from last year gives you an idea of what you should prepare for that meal. And then we're going to kick off with the keynote address. So the keynote address is from Seb Terry. He specializes in personal transformation and peak performance. So his task or his presentation is going to be giving leaders the particular tools to build resilience, strength, and culture, and create environments where people and performance thrive. This is definitely something that our industry could benefit from greatly. I think that would probably go around across many industries, but this is going to be a great keynote, a lot of energy, a lot of fun. You can already tell by his picture. And then from there, we're going to go into our industry insights workshop and luncheon. So the format of this is going to be a workshop plus luncheon format. So educational session combined with lunch. We're going to stay seated, engage with your peers at your table, and participate in guided discussions. But John Lakefish is a marketing and brand expert, and he will be, he specializes in AI and data, into branding initiatives, award-winning branding initiatives. So what he does is he offers engaging perspectives into AI's transformation of role in marketing landscapes. So again, very topical with AI and marketing. So it should be a great time. And then Saturday afternoon, we are going to move into our BEMA Give Back. So this is going to be a little different from years past for those of you who have participated in the Give Back. This is going to be more of an event style participation fundraiser for the BEMA Give Back. Again, sponsored by Lallemand, always a great supporter of BEMA and the BEMA Give Back. But we're going to be doing paddles with a purpose. So it's going to be a pickleball tournament. We've gotten a ton of interest so far. There's still room to sign up. You absolutely should if you haven't, because it's for all types of participants. So if you are a hyper competitive pickleballer or someone who doesn't even know what pickleball is, we'll be able to pair you up with individuals that will fit your style and make sure it's a fun fun day for you. And then all of the proceeds are going to go to a charity that directly relates to the baking industry and impacts select community by the choice of Lalaman. So this is just a great way for our community, the BEMA community, to give back. So be sure to sign up for it. And if you haven't, let us know. We can help you out with that. And then we get to cap off the evening with our theme dinner. So the theme dinner this year is going to be a Lava Lava Luau experience. We got a mood board up here, compliments of Ella. Thank you, Ella, for throwing this together to help some of us out with what we should plan on wearing when attending this. I won't go through each individual option here, as you can all see, but I think this gives me a good idea on how to plan for it. Otherwise, I would have no idea. So thank you for that. And then want to shout out to the Henry Group. The Henry Group has been the sponsor for our theme dinner for years and makes all this possible and lets us have a great night. To get an idea of what you're getting yourself into, we have a picture on the right here. This is from our theme dinner from last year, which is like a salsa experience. So obviously there's dinner and food. We did have a dance floor and some salsa dancers that not only performed for us, but also taught us how to dance a little. I lack rhythm, so I needed their pointers, and it was fun. I was out there. And that concludes Saturday, and then we're on to Sunday, which is some more programming. We start out the day with our general membership meeting, and then we end the day with small group dinners again. So here, Sunday morning, our programming consists of a general membership meeting, and this is kind of like the State of the Union of BEMA. You get to hear what we've been doing, where we're going. Well, there will also be some leadership elections in there, so there will be votes going around, but a lot of energy. It'll be great. We're going to add some more details to it to spice it up a little bit this year. But then we'll go into an industry insight session. We'll have a nice networking luncheon. That'll be out in the courtyard, so it'll be a great opportunity to again meet or sit with someone new that you haven't met before yet and strike up a conversation, possibly a lasting relationship. And then another industry insights. Then we'll go into Saturday afternoon where we have a short break, just an afternoon refresher, grab some coffee, carry on a conversation, and then we'll move into our committee meetings. So we have 3 committee meetings with BEMA. This is a great opportunity for those of you who aren't currently on a committee but interested in participating in trying us on, seeing if it's a good fit. So we have 3 options, which is programs and meetings, programs and conventions, and then we have association outreach and engagement, and then membership value and engagement. More details on these committees can be found on our website. I strongly encourage you to go to our website and check that out. Really just check out our website in general. It's beautiful and a ton of information, but that'll probably help assist you with your decision and what's a good fit for you for this time. So then after those committee meetings, we'll wrap the day up with group dinners part 2. So everything we said before applies to group dinners part 2. Again, definitely if you're signing up for 1, sign up for 2. It's a great opportunity to meet with your target audience. And that concludes Sunday. So Monday, we are on the home stretch. So we're starting out with industry collaboration brunch. We go into BEMA Connect, which is like the Super Bowl of the whole thing. And then we go into our chairman's dinner, which is the celebration. So we're kicking it off with the industry collaboration brunch. So this is just a nice place. We've invited other associations that are in our industry to engage in discussion, really get our members to branch out and see who else in the industry is really pushing things forward, what kind of initiatives they're taking on, and maybe areas that we can help with them. So some of these companies are ABA, the American Bakers Association. We will also have the Retail Bakers of America, and then a PMMI, Packaging Machinery Manufacturers Institute. Whew. And I think we got Glenn on here. Yep, there he is.
I'm here.
So
And we haven't called ourselves that in a long time.
yeah, sorry about that.
We never changed the logo. We're the Association for Packaging and Processing Technologies.
Yeah. Great. So sorry about that.
That's okay.
So these are just a few of them. We may have more, which will be great. But again, great opportunity to grab some food and see what else is going on in the industry. And then we go to BEMA Connect. So BEMA Connect is where, again, we're going to send out a survey where each company will basically submit a survey of who they want to meet with in that order. And then the BEMA team spends an entire day, possibly day and a half, matching each company with their desired baker to make sure that these meetings happen. And these meetings happen in a almost like a speed dating environment. So there will be a number of tables. It's a one-on-one meeting, and each company will get about 4 meetings. I say about because we will schedule about 4 meetings, and then if you're hanging around and a baker has an opening and willing to take on more, we've had many seasoned attendees that have gotten multiple meetings out of that. So it pays to stick around more than what you're just scheduled for. But again, it's a one-on-one format, and each meeting is going to consist of about 15 minutes. And in that 15 minutes, it's go time. This is business talk. The whole week we've been introducing ourselves, getting to know each other, building a relationship, and then this is where it really comes together, and we can discuss what we have to offer, what problems can we solve for our baker guests. And then I did put together a slide here of what this kind of looks like. So this is from last year. You get an idea of the conversations that are being had. We've got Dave on the far right here. He's got his laptop, probably doing a product demonstration. So definitely come prepared. You can bring all these things to the table. I've got plenty of people on the call here today that have done this before, so I encourage anyone to speak up if they have any inside baseball or tidbits they'd like to share about it.
I guess I will, Wes, since no one else is volunteering. I mean, again, it's a short meeting, but the fact that you know ahead of time who you're going to deal with, who you're going to meet with, you can prepare and have a very quick hit list of things you need to discuss, whether it be ongoing projects, situations that happened in the past, or even future. I think it's a great way to meet one-on-one. This is the one thing that bakers know they have to do, certainly at the convention, and they're more than willing to be there and participate and be open and honest.
Outstanding.
I would just add one detail that, yes, we survey all of the suppliers in attendance, but we do survey the bakers as well. And we, of course, you might get your BEMA Connect schedule and say, oh, I didn't request that baker. They may have requested you. So we certainly make the matches both ways to increase the chances of a positive conversation.
Outstanding. And again, all this is made possible by our sponsors. So got a picture in the background there. I want to thank JK Ingredients and Soslin for being longtime sponsors of BEMA Connect. Again, this helps us move the ball forward. So always appreciate our sponsors. Okay. Celebration. So BEMA Connect is done. Everyone goes back, gets themselves ready for the day, or for the evening, I should say, and we're going to kick that off with the chairman's reception. So the chairman's reception is pretty similar to the welcome reception, except this time now you know everybody there by name, first and last, and you get to mingle with them, have drinks, get ready for what's going to come for the rest of the evening. So chairman's reception again is going to be sponsored by Dunbar Systems. Thank you so much. And then from there, we're going to move into the chairman's dinner and dance. That'll be located in the ballroom. And so we have excellent food, sit down dinner. There will be a presentation where we kind of say goodbye to our current chair and then bring on our new chair. So definitely a celebration. Once all that concludes and we're done with dinner, everyone hits the floor and dances until midnight or more. So that picture is from last year's in Puerto Rico. Really unique theme. The bioluminescence, we played off of that and did the black light. Super fun. So then I will say some attendees, this is a super fun night, and I recommend staying for the entire time and do what you can to schedule your flights out where you can participate the whole time. Sometimes it's hard if your flights leave at like 3 o'clock in the morning, kind of makes it hard to stay and dance the night away. If you can, plan ahead and be there. It'll be fun. So then again, we've got a mood board here. So this is the theme that we're going for with the theme dinner. So we got some greens, whites. Emily, if you want to jump in and help me out here, you know how I am with fashion.
So mostly you'll notice that throughout the presentation, all of the dress code has been slated as resort casual, and it is. So even during the business sessions, a lot of the men will have on shorts and polo shirts. I doubt you'll see a pair of long pants unless they're linen, and not any probably sport coats. It's just not that type of venue. When we say resort casual for the receptions and for the chairman's dinner, the ladies generally take that however they want, from a sundress to a cocktail dress. You're going to see a range of resort casual, typically in the ladies' attire. And I think what you see on here for the gentleman's attire is pretty accurate. Some will have on shorts and button-ups. We'll see some linen pants. Pretty island vibe. The main differences in
unbuttoned shirt. That's for sure the way I'm going. Is
unbuttoned. Okay.
Unbuttoned look. Yes.
Right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go big obnoxious beach hat look. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have a few. The main differences that will delineate the large events are the welcome reception is going to be very bright in color. The lava luau is going to be very deep and dark blacks, dark pinks, just a much darker vibe, like, and fiery, of course. And then tiki chic, the look will just be very light and airy. And to Wes's point, it really is a capstone night after you've made so many amazing connections throughout the week, where everyone really seems to just relax and have a great time with all their new friends and their old friends. So it's a really great event.
Awesome,
Blake,
thanks.
Blake, are you wearing the gold chains that night?
With you.
Button-up shirt, button-down shirt, gold chains. Regardless, I'm definitely going with a flower in my hair.
White linen pants. I'm going white linen. Yeah, 100%.
All right. So then,
Oh, Wes, can I say one more thing?
please do.
So it's not just about the chairman. So at the, we have a wonderful photographer that's at all of these events. Usually at 2, they will have stations set up for couple and or family small group photos. And these are wonderful photographs that our attendees from previous years cherish. Brant's the photographer's name. He's been with BEMA for many years, and we make the photos available to you. So at these larger evening events, make sure to find that photo spot. There'll be staff so we can grab your badges, your purses, your drinks, and take care of all those very quickly, just to make sure that you leave with some photos that have captured the special moments in Hawaii.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome. Okay, so then all that being said is that we are going to be kicking off a new convention app this year. So those of you who have had the convention app on your phone for years after years, this year we are doing a brand new one. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to make your user experience so much better, but you will have to download a new one. And we'll be sending that out. I would look for it in early June. But we'll make sure that everyone's aware of when we're launching it and when you can download. And then again, Burford has been a great sponsor of the app for many years, and we truly appreciate their support.
Hey, Wes, should we delete the old one then?
Yep, you don't
Yep.
need it.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So that being said, that is the conclusion of my portion of the webinar. Now I'm going to throw it out to the group to see, what questions have come up throughout that whole presentation, and either myself or anyone else in the group can help out and answering those questions for you. So feel free to just jump in. And any question is not a bad question, and it definitely helps. This will be seen by not only the people on this call, but people who are interested and didn't make it for this call will have this video available for them. So don't hold back. Or we just covered everything so well that we left no stone unturned, and you just know everything.
We covered it really well, but I just want to make sure everybody knows I call them curated connections. So the bakers say, we give them a list of about 100, all of our supplier company, all of our member companies that are there. And then, and we do the same for the suppliers, all the bakers that are there. And then you rank, everybody ranks. And then, like Wes said, we give you your priority connections, both the bakers and suppliers. And we fill those in on the dinners, and we filled it on a BEMA Connect. So hopefully the people that you want to meet with will be in one of those connections, and we can make that happen. And it's really one of the highlights. Those two things I think are one of the highlights of our meeting, is just people go away just saying how valuable it was to meet the people they wanted to meet at our show and have meaningful connections with them. So so those surveys will come out, and we handle those very carefully. So
Awesome.
So here's a few pointers that I thought of while we were talking and while admiring your background. You'll want to wear your badge everywhere, and everyone in your group, right? Like to all of the events, everybody will have their badge on. It makes it so much easier. So remember your badges. Hawaii has a very specific sunscreen rule. So plan on using the sunscreen that is there. There are sunscreen stations at the pool and at the tennis courts and throughout the property, but you can't just spray all over yourself like you do at the ballpark. That's not the sunscreen rule of Hawaii. So sunscreen's a little bit different.
I can definitely attest that the sun is bright out here. It's hot.
Yeah, we can tell you're glistening. Each room on the resort has 2 lovely Fairmont Orchid water bottles, and there are water stations throughout the property. So you'll have 2 refillable water bottles. And the one other thing I would say to check out on our website is what comes included with the resort fee. So BEMA negotiates a reduced resort fee at each property, and you get some stuff with that. And it's all listed out on the website for you, things you can take advantage of that you are paying a small fee for every day. Top of mind, there is the lovely pool area. And then off to the side, there's like a private lagoon that is, you can go right on out to the ocean, but the lagoon's very, very calm. And there's a hut right there where you can get snorkeling gear, kayaks, all sorts of things to really enjoy that lagoon. And that's part of your resort fee. There it is. There's a lagoon. So just make sure you know what all is available on property for you to take advantage of once you're there.
Question, would you recommend a rental car, or are there plenty of options for ride shares there?
That is a good question.
How much
Um,
going are you planning on doing?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I know you can travel all over the Big Island and there's a lot of travel that can be done. But if you're just really wanting to stay in one place, not
So
do
if
too
you're
much travel.
if you're doing BEMA organized activities, the excursions and the small group dinners, your transportation's provided, so you don't have to worry about that. If you want to go out and do some more sightseeing, I would suggest renting a car. The few times on the site visit that we left the property and just went down, there's an area called Kings and Queens where there's shopping and some restaurants. It was a 10 to 15 minute wait for an Uber both ways for 2 people.
Gotcha.
Is there a rental car facility at the resort? Some resorts have that. Or would you need to do that at the airport?
I would recommend doing that at the airport.
Okay.
Which is outdoors, if you've never been. It was one of my great surprises upon landing is that the airport's outside. It's very unique.
I'm just going to spend all the time at the pool. That's where I'm parking it. All right. What else? Anything else?
Sorry, could you repeat everything for me, please?
Dynamite
Mitch.
drop in.
Sorry, I was late to the call and then took a call during this, but Renee said everything would be available on the website, so appreciate everything.
Appreciate
We'll
you.
have to, we'll have to repeat it for you regardless if you were listening. So we understand.
Oh, you do know me?
Yeah.
Outstanding. Well, the questions don't have to stop now. If anything comes to mind later, again, feel free to reach out to us at any time. We're happy to answer any calls. We can jump on a call. I'm happy to do that to walk through anything. And yeah, we're here to make this as enjoyable and stress-free as possible. Yeah, and how could it be stressful? I mean, look at that picture. So with all that being said, thank you all for attending, and we very much look forward to seeing you in Hawaii.
Aloha.
Aloha.
That's right.
Mahalo. Yeah.
All right, thanks everybody.
See you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Appreciate it.